Hey Atlanteans, we're playing another 40k bat rep today. It's going to be the new 6th edition Dark Angels versus some Space Wolves. We're doing Deathwing versus Loganwing, so it's going to be a whole bunch of Terminators on the field. We're playing a Hammer and Anvil game of Purge the Alien. On the Dark Angel side, we have a Vindicator, unit of Deathwing Terminators with 4 Thunderhammer Storm Shields and a Plasma Cannon, and a Dev Squad, all with missile launchers with flak missiles. Then we've got another Deathwing Terminator Squad, 4 Thunderhammer Storm Shields and a Plasma Cannon. Another Deathwing Terminator Squad, 4 Thunderhammer Storm Shields with a Cyclone Missile Launcher. And then a 10-man strong unit of Deathwing Knights with Belial. And then on the...
we have a Land Raider with 5 Wolf Guard and Terminator armor. We have Logan Grimoire with a unit of Long Fangs, all with missile launchers and 1 las cannon. We have 5 Wolf Guard with power armor. I didn't have the points to make them in Terminators in a drop pod, and another 5 Wolf Guard and Terminator armor in a drop pod, and then again another 5 Wolf Guard and Terminator armors in a drop pod. Okay. And that's Space Wolves.
Okay. The Dark Angels won the roll-off for picking who deploys first. We deployed second, and are not going to steal initiative. So we'll be back at the end of turn 1 for the Space Wolves.
Alright, Space Wolves, turn 1. The drop pod with the power armor Wolf Guard came in, and the Terminator squad came in. Movement over here, I went 12 inches with the Land Raider there. And then these, Logan Grimoire gave these Long Fangs Relentless, and they moved up. Shooting phase, these guys popped out and blew up the Vindicator. The Terminator squad there shot into this Terminator squad and killed 2. Shots from this Land Raider and these guys here shot at these Terminators and wounded maybe 4 or 5 times, but he saved it on his either 2+ or invuln save. And that's it for Space Wolves. We'll be back with Dark Angels. Okay,
end of turn 1 Dark Angels. I used my Deathwing Assault to bring in everybody in reserve, so that's 1, 2 units of Terminators and that gigantic blob of Deathwing Knights. The Terminators over here moved closer to the Terminators that got out of the drop pod. In the shooting phase, this Plasma Cannon and this Plasma Cannon all shot into the Terminators. I ended up only killing 1. And then the Cyclone Missile Launcher over here shot and killed 2 of the Long Fangs. And the Missile Launchers up here killed 3 of the Wolf Guard and Power Armor. They failed their morale test and are running. And then the Deathwing Knights just ran closer to the Land Raider. And then in the assault phase, this unit of Terminators that was on the field and had taken casualties assaulted the Terminators, didn't take any wounds from Overwatch. They took 2 wounds. 2 or 3 wounds were caused to them, but they saved them all, and then they caused 3 unsaved wounds in close combat. But the Space Wolf unit passed their morale and are sticking around. So it's just them versus the Mark of the Wolf and guy at this point. But that was it. We'll be back at the end of turn 2 for the Space Wolves.
Alright, Space Wolves turn 2. Very disappointing, actually. The drop pod did come in, and these guys came out. Movement, this 2 guys moved up here to face off against Belial and his 10-man strong Terminator unit. And then the Terminators from the Land Raider came out, and Logan Grimoire moved to join ranks with them. Nothing else really moved. These guys, the only person that moved was the commander there. And shooting, this unit here shot into actually Belial's unit and did nothing. This Land Raider shot into them and did nothing, and these the Space Wolves Terminators shot into them and caused some wounds, but they all saved them on 3+ storm shield saves.
And your plasma guy nuked himself.
And then these guys here shot into the back of the squad, managed to knock off one. I think it was a storm bolter shot from here, knocked off another one, the sergeant. Yes. And then the 2 guys that were by themselves, the plasma guy killed himself with a 1, and then the other guy did not have a shooting ability. And assault phase, these Terminators charged in with Logan Grimoire, and then the solo guy charged in. Belial and his units has a nifty rule that
Base of Absolution.
That could go initiative.
Standard initiative, strength 10, AP 2 for 1 turn a game.
And then that's very cheesy, but managed to knock off all my guys there. Logan Grimoire, though, he came in and killed 2 himself. So that big 10-man unit, I managed to kill all 4. Over here, the lock combat managed to kill 1, and I died. And the Dark Angels
consolidated an inch
towards the drop pod. So that's it for Space Wolf's turn 2. We'll be back with Dark Angel's turn 2.
End of Dark Angel's turn 2. The Deathwing Terminator squad over here moved closer to the Long Fangs. This unit of Deathwing Terminators moved just out so they had a better line of sight on those Terminators over there. And this squad moved closer to the drop pod over here. We're having a lively debate at this moment. Split Fire says that you pass the leadership and one model can shoot at a different unit than the rest, and then you just shoot, or you can assault the main unit. If nobody else in the unit has a shooting attack, can you still take advantage of the Split Fire rule and have the one person with a shooting attack shoot somewhere else and then assault something else? I'm not sure. We're going to call GW to try and figure it out, but if you've got an idea, just leave a comment down below. Anyways, in the shooting phase, the Devastator squad up here shot and put a hull point on the drop pod. It's also stunned, so it can't move. But and then the 2 units of Terminators over here with their plasma cannons managed to knock off the Mark of the Wolf and Terminator over here, and then nothing else. In the assault phase, this unit of Terminators right here just destroyed the Long Fangs, which was kind of expected, though they did take a wound in return. And then Logan Grimnar knocked off another 1 of the Deathwing Knights and took no wounds in return. So that was it. We'll be back at the end of turn 3 for the Space Wolves.
Our Space Wolves didn't have a lot of stuff to do just because they don't have a lot of units out there. Movements, the Land Raider moved to shoot at this thing here and get away from these.
Terminators.
Fine, Deathwings, Terminators. These 2 drop pods, actually all 3 drop pods, shot at those Deathwing Terminators and did nothing. Managed to maybe wound once or twice. They saved it on their 2+. The Terminators right here, the Loganwing Terminators, the Wolf Guard, they moved in to charge these Black Knights, Dark Knights? Dark Knights. Right. And they passed it on like a 4. They just needed a 1 inch. And in the assault phase, the Wolf Guard Terminators killed 1, and Logan Grimoire killed 2. So we're still battling it out, and this is the end of turn 3, Loganwing. And we'll be back with Dark Angel's turn 3.
End of Dark Angel's turn 3. Not a lot happened in really the movement or the shooting. This unit of Terminators moved closer to the combat. This unit of Terminators moved from about here up closer to the drop pod here. And this unit just stayed put. In the shooting phase, the only thing that shot was these Devastators. And they shot at that drop pod over there, but didn't manage to get anything through. In the assault phase, this unit of Deathwing Terminators assaulted the drop pod and blew it up. This unit assaulted the drop pod and wrecked it. And this unit of Terminators assaulted into Logan. In the ensuing combat, the only thing that happened was my Deathwing Knights took out one of the Terminators. Everything else was either didn't wound or was saved on the ridiculous armors over here. So that was it. We'll be back at the end of turn 4 for the Space Wolves.
All right, Space Wolves, Loganwing, turn 4. Land Raider moved to take shots against the Devastator squad, and actually killed 3. And then the drop pod also shot, and they saved it on their armor save. Nothing else shot. Oh, and they failed morale, yeah, and they ran 4 inches, so they just jumped down. And then here, the never-ending battle. Challenged again Belial, he declined. Again. And Wolfguard attacked the Deathwing Knights, and managed to wound, but they saved it. The Deathwing Knights wounded the Wolfguard, and they saved it. And what's my guy's name? Logan Grimoire attacked the Deathwing Knights there. No, they're not Deathwing Knights.
They're just Deathwing Terminators.
Deathwing Terminators. And killed 1, and the Deathwing Terminators managed to put a wound on Logan. So it was 1-1, and we'll be back with Dark Angels turn 4. End
of Dark Angels turn 4. Pretty much everything is in this big old ball of combat right here. The Deathwing Terminators over there moved up, just trying to get it in against this Land Raider. The one lone little Devastator back there rallied and is just hiding behind the building. And then this unit of Deathwing Terminators here moved around the drop pod to get into this assault and help out the Deathwing Knights. The Wolfguard, shooting, nothing happened. The Wolfguard in the assault managed to knock out one of the new arrivals, and then the Deathwing Knights, right at the same initiative, didn't manage to do anything. Then with all the Power Fist attacks, we managed to get 1 more wound on Logan Grimnar, and the Deathwing Terminators that just joined the combat wiped out the remaining Terminators. So that was it for turn 4 for the Space Wolves. We'll be back at the end of turn 4 Dark Angels. We'll be back at the end of turn 5 Space Wolves. Okay, we're going to do a total turn 5 wrap-up just because at this point there wasn't much going on.
Okay, on my turn on Space Wolves, I didn't have really anything left. This moved up to rapid fire into the squad of Terminators, the Deathwing?
Yeah, Deathwing Terminators over there.
And did manage to kill both of them. And then Logan Grimoire here took out the 2
Deathwing Knights.
Deathwing Knights. And that's it. And then the rest of the other 2 Terminators there took out Logan Grimoire. And then
Dark Angel's turn. Basically, just went up to try and finish off what's there. The bigger squad of 4 moved over here to assault the Land Raider, and assaulted the drop pod. Knocked the drop pod out, but only managed to get knocked the Land Raider down to 1 hull point left. So that was it.
We did roll to see if there's a turn 6.
There would be a turn 6, but I don't think it's really necessary. The game's pretty much over.
Yes.
What's the final kill count? 1, 2, 3.
I had 10, so I had only 1 Land Raider left. We'll see if it.
So it's 9. Out. It's 9 to
1, 2, 3.
3.
So you had 7 to start with.
So it's 9 to 3 total. 9 to 4 because you have first blood, Victor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but I have Slay the Warlord.
And then you get a +1 because of your.
Oh yes, Belial's Warlord trait. So it's 11 to 4.
11 to 4.
Final total, Victor.
Well, actually, we're going to see if that's.
Well, that's okay, Victor. Good game. We'll see you guys next time.